So I thought I would do a little lesson on number sense. So please make sure you have a piece of paper, and we're going to take some notes or write down some examples. Maybe they are some math tricks for you. So have you ever wondered how someone was able to multiply 1 and 2 digit numbers so quickly in their head? Well, probably they have a good understanding of number sense, and they're able to break numbers up quickly in their head. For example, 9 times 42 is the same thing as 9 times 40 and 9 times 2. But 9 times 40 is the same thing as 9 times 4, which equals 36. And we just add a 0 to it. And then 9 times 2 is 18. And when we add these two numbers together, we get 378. So today our focus is going to be on breaking larger numbers up into smaller, more manageable numbers, so that way you're not so inclined to grab a calculator. Let's try another one. What about 23 times 15? Well, I know 23 is the same thing as 20 plus 3, and 15 is the same thing as 10 plus 5. So I could rewrite this as 20 times 10 plus 20 times 5. So that would give me the 20 times 15, right? Because 10 plus 5 is 15. But I also need to do the 3 times 10 plus the 3 times 5. So 2 times 1 is 2. Add 1, 2 zeros. Well, that makes sense because 20 times 10 is 200. 2 times 5 is 10. Add 1 0. Well, that makes sense because 20 times 5 is 100. 3 times 1 is 3. Add 1 0. And 3 times 5 is 15. 200, 300, 30, 45, 345. And I know you're thinking, Mrs. Bischoff, this is way too much. But actually, the more you practice it, the better that you will get at doing this. So I want to look at this next one, 26 times 64. And I want you to pause the video and think of a way that you could break this up. Pause the video, don't wait for me. All right, welcome back. So hopefully you took 20 plus 6, right? And we're going to multiply that by 60 plus 4. Well, 20 times 60, that's the same thing as 2 times 6, right? Which is 12. Add my 2 zeros. And 20 times 4, well, that's the same thing as 2 times 4, which is 8. Add a 0. But I also have to do 6 times 60, which is the same thing as 36. Add a 0, plus 6 times 4, which is 24. So when I add these up, and I'm going to stack them up just so you can see, that might help you add them all together. I end up with 4, 8, 10, 16, carry my 1, 6, 1. So I end up with 1,664. Grab a calculator, go to the Desmos app in your web browser, Desmos Scientific Calculator, and take 26 times 64. What do you get? I bet you get 1,664. So I have 1, let's see, let's do 92 times 45. I have 2 problems for you. Now I know that you can very easily put this into your calculator. That is not what I want. What I want is for you to show me ways that you can separate these 2 numbers and multiply them together. And I want you to work it out on a piece of paper. Show me how you're going to separate these 2 numbers, just like we did in our first 2 examples, and find the products. And then I want you to take a screenshot of that, and you're going to submit that, okay? But stay tuned, there's more.